spatially 7700s Old Wake Forest Road Saks by the elevator. We got 3 tiles or 3.5 tiles out. We're up a 10-foot ladder, 12-foot ceiling, limited access to get in here to get up above this 6x6 rigid duct. There's our 4-inch waist. Comes down to a single no hub that's got a 4x4Y, that's first joint, and then it's got a 4x2Y with a long radius, which is a vent, and then on the end it's got a hub access for a clean out with a heavy duty band. When we go up though, this is where we are. We got first joint above we got a Y with a 45, Y on its back and a 45. And then we go up for 14, 16 inches towards, I'm guessing, water closet. But as I get up there, there's our water. It's running down the pipe, coming over the top band. You just have to get up there and see what goes on. That's a floor penetration at the top up there. Probably a, I don't know, 6-inch, 8-inch, something up a floor penetration that's sleeved and 100% full of silicone. Hopefully it's just that band, but we don't know. But we're going to have to pull the vent loose, or the wet vent loose, and pull the cap off the wet vent, the 4x2, and then break down the 4x4 and the 45 and the riser to get that other band in up there. I think it's going to be a fight because that 3/8/16 rod going down to that clevis is jammed up against that waist. All of these need to be heavy duty fittings, heavy duty no hubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of them. See ya. This appears to be our spatial void of about 30 inches or better, 36, in between this wall line right of the door jamb going up and where this other wall intersects at the corner where that cabinet is, that shelving is. And it goes all the way into the mechanical room for the elevator. So behind this elevator pump room, we could just about clear everything. So potentially we could pull the shelving down and take out this wall access here, is what it looks like, to go here going up. This here's our clean out, which is the common clean out on the 4-inch waist for the men's and women's cast iron as it goes down and goes subgrade. So that's where I'm thinking we're going to put the access in here to get through this. I just don't see any way to get above it. Once we get that out, we can pop above, but we've got to be all the way on the other end of where that pump room is. So going in this ceiling tile up here doesn't do us any good. There's nothing to walk on, shore on, do anything. So I think it's safer and more economical from a labor standpoint just to basically take out 10 feet or 8 feet by 24 inches right there and gain access here, do the repair work, put it back up, close the drywall. See ya. Directly at this arrow that we've got marked, somewhere up there on the wall, I'll zoom in. That arrow is direct center line beneath the 4-inch drop that comes out of the water carrier for the sewer, for the triplex or quadplex of the wall carriers for the water closets, and I don't know, now the lavatory's got its own wet vent. So that's just wall carriers for the 4 wall-hung women's toilets up there. So we can see where we are spatially. We are there. And that's going to put us probably 1, 2, 3, 4 feet from the elevator interior corner on the second floor. Cut into the wall there and find the carrier, which will be a T, a left and right, ascending left and ascending right T drop that comes down. I would presume. They could have put something lateral up there and then put it, done something crazy, I don't know. But somewhere up there where we got to cut a hole in that wall. See you. As an interim solution for water going all over the wall, making it wet, potential environmental aspects, mold and such, it's getting water to the other side of this wall chase. It's coming from up there. We can probably put in a capture mechanism, a funnel if you would, and then put a drain hose on it and take it down this corner and take it to a controlled collectible, so at least it wouldn't get the tiles wet, the wall wet, the floor wet, pose a slipping hazard for occupants. I don't know how much water is going down behind this wall, but it sounds pretty wet. Anyway, we could probably do that as an interim suffice before we cut a hole in here, which is one scope of work, gain access, and then see what we can do, and then cut the other hole when we cut it in the second floor to see what that's about. See ya. More investigative work required. So this is our video from first floor looking up above a 10-foot ceiling, nope, 12-foot ceiling, at where the plumbing on the carrier of the women's wall-hung closets come through the floor in that penetration. And what we've discovered is that it appears that the water is coming from above. So we need to cut into the wall on the second floor, try to find it up there, see what that's about, and then probably all this down here above ceiling, which you can't access without cutting into a false room chase. To getting above the ceiling, it's a crew, and it's a day at least, to get all of these clamps standard converted to there's a standard on that 4x4Y, standard on 4x4Y, top 4x4Y standard, another top 4x4Y standard, another one on the top of the riser, and then over here they got this, that's a heavy duty 4-inch on the end of an end cap for a clean out that's required, and then they got 2-inch venting, or really it's wet vent from the lav. It's coming over. So the last section that's really rusty right there is a 4x2Y with a 2-inch long radius cast, and it's all got heavy duty clamps. See ya.